Hello everyone, this is Mary Ann, and I'm not in my usual filming location, as you can see from my surface here. This is my bedspread, and I'm in bed. I'm at home. um, I just thought I would give you a look at my January pages because I have shown you sneak peeks of these. I have posted some photos of my January layout day onto pages on the Facebook groups. Sometimes when I comment, and then I joined the photo a day challenge under the Franklin Covey group. So sometimes I post photos of this, but I haven't really talked about it in depth, and I have never really shown you, I don't think I've ever shown you a video of the full setup. So here it is. These are the tracking boxes, and I use a day on two pages, and the left is for tracking and the right is for planning. I've already talked about that, but let me give you a summary. Over here I have a little motif. This is actually a girl with books strewn on the floor and books on the bookshelf, and she's wearing headphones and she's studying, and that's pretty much me because the semester has already begun in university. I'm studying for a Master of Arts in Master of Arts in Comparative Literature, major in Literary Theory, and that is a lot of reading. I mean, like, comparative literature, literary theory is really just readings upon readings upon readings. I mean, like mountains of texts. And just in case we are asked to write a 10-page paper on something, we have to read like 25 different texts at least. You know, that's the kind of discipline that we are being taught in the Master of Arts comparative literature. So that is me. I just wish that I could be just as skinny as that girl, but no, I'm not. So these are my day on two pages. I already have the Hyperdex Petite on here, and this one has a diameter of 1.5 inches. I used to be on the Hyperdex Original, which is 2 inches in diameter, and I started running out of space on my pages, so I made it smaller. But the Hyperdex Original is exactly the same, it's just a bit wider. And the Hyperdex also has a special version, and it looks like this. Let me just show you. I always have it here. This is the LM-Hyperdex. This is the version that is exclusively for the use of the life mapping inserts under DIY Fish, and it's the same as the Hyperdex Original, but it has 4 layers instead of 3, and some of the layers, the alternating layers, are grayed out so that you can combine the circles, and then you only have 2 straight lines dissecting the circle on the 12 to 12 and the 6 to 6, but you can add more lines as needed. And for the personal sized life mapping inserts from DIY Fish, you get the 4 layered Hyperdex, and on the A5 size you get a 6 layered Hyperdex. And this also now comes in a polymer clear stamp. I haven't received mine yet, but I'm really excited to receive it because I've seen some photos, and DIY Fish has already shown me how it works, and I'm really excited to get mine, and I'm very eager to do videos on that. And I'm supposed to do a video on this, but I haven't really gotten around to it because it's really been so busy with the holidays and the start of the year and all that. But anyway, that's just another version of the Hyperdex that you can use. So there's the Hyperdex Original, the Hyperdex Petite, which is this one, and the Hyperdex, which is on the life mapping inserts, and the LM-Hyperdex stamps that I'm going to be showing a video as soon as I get it. So let me get back to the January pages. So these are my January pages. The left side is for tracking and the right side is for planning. Over here, I have the tracking boxes for the many different areas of my life that I need to keep track of. Sometimes they are left blank, and that's okay, because I have dedicated the space to that. Even if it's blank, it means something. Like for instance, let me go back to, I had a slow start to the year. For instance, this is the first work day of the year. It's January 5. See, I wasn't able to do any devotional. I wasn't able to write or read or watch any movies or TV shows. But I was able to take my vitamins, and I wasn't really feeling well. I got my period Shark Week. But that's it. But if the spaces are blank, it only means that I didn't do anything in that category. So leaving it blank already means something. So that's okay. So just to show you a clean spread, I have added, I'm so bad, I don't have the December pages with me, but I have a video of a flip through of my December pages, and you can pretty much see that the only difference is that in the December pages, this was not there, and this looked different, and this looked different as well, because in the December pages I actually had images of glasses and coffee cups to monitor my fluid intake, because I'm so bad at it. See, I'm so bad. I drank a cup of coffee and a glass of water all in one day, and just that. So I'm so bad. So I'm trying to be better at it, but the whole thing was taking up a lot of space. It used to be the same size as this, and the mileage for the car and the gas consumption also was on the same size box as these, but I needed more space, because I've added, these are the habits that I'm trying to discipline myself to have for 2015, and I needed space for that. So I reduced this to droplets. The gray ones are for coffee and the white ones are for water, and this one is pretty much for the mileage and gas consumption, and I already know what it means because there's this little car there, and it's enough for me to write on. See, it's enough for me to write on. So for my habits, the first 5 is for cleaning, and the rest is related to my career as a writer. So for cleaning, I have the bed, floor or trash, closet, because sometimes when I'm running late in the morning, I just keep throwing things out of my closet onto the bed, onto the chair, or onto the table, and I don't put them back, and that's very, very bad. So, and I shouldn't just throw them all back into the closet, I have to hang them up, fold them properly, and put them back into the closet. If I just scoop everything up from the bed and throw them into the closet, that's not it. I mean, that's not what this means. And then I have laundry, and then I have the bathroom, and then I have a 365 days challenge for myself, in which every day I need to write down, I have to compose something that I can use eventually into a story. It can be practice for a description of a room or an object, or a description of a scene or a person, or or an actual dialogue, or just stream of consciousness of a character, just thinking about something. That's my 365-day challenge. I have to do that every day, just one page. It doesn't have to be at any particular hour of the day, just so that it gets done within the day. And that's really how you keep your pencil sharp when it comes to nurturing a skill or a craft. You have to do it every day. And then there's journal, and then there's a 20-year diary, and I'm going to do a video of that as soon as I have my diary. Actually, I haven't really done it yet, but I'm writing the entries down. And then I should blog. my poor blog has been abandoned for like years, but I have to revisit it. And then I have to write a letter to my son. I don't mail this, because I keep the letters in a file, and then when he's 21 or 25 or whatever age I decide that I want to give him the letters, then I'll give him the letters. But for now, After I write the letter down, I keep a copy in my journal, and then the original copy will be, or the original sheet will be in a file that I am compiling for him, which I will give to him eventually. And then there's skincare, and then there's Chandler, and then there's the boyfriend, and then there's spending. And then here it's all for planning. These are the 4 major areas of my life that I actually have tasks to do. This is for my day job, this is for personal, this is for my Etsy store, and this is for my graduate school. And over here is a box or space wherein I can write down the things to be grateful for at the end of the day. So those are my January pages. But let me just show you something else with my setup. I have to remove this because I don't really need to washi this down. This is actually a task list, a weekly task list that I have appended to the edge of the Monday. That's why all of my pages are now broken down by a week, so I can fold this and tape it down with washi without covering up any information. Because when it's taped down with washi, I really don't like, untaping it just so I can see what's behind it. But I also don't want it flapping around if I don't really need it to be extended. So when I'm done, I usually tape it down with washi, and I don't want it to be covering any information. That's why I broke down my pages by the week. So my week starts on Monday, and the weekly task list is appended to the edge of the Monday sheet. And I copied this idea from Sheng Chen of DIY Fish. I saw her post this idea on the DIY Fish Facebook group, and I thought it was just so great. I could not find the post anymore because it was months and months ago, but I remembered, and then I messaged her, and then I said, I remember your idea about that tipped in task list. Can I talk about that on a post or on a video? And she said, sure. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm sharing it with you guys. The reason for the tipped in task list is so that the tasks that do not need to be done on any particular day can go in here and not on the day, so that when I flip through the days, the list stays with me. And I see no point in writing down a task for the day in which I'm not even sure I'm going to be doing that, because they don't have to be done on that particular day. And if they don't get done, I have to cross them out in orange, only to be moved to another day in which I'm not even sure I can accomplish it for the day, because it doesn't have to be done on a given day. It just clutters this space. So I put them here, and as long as they get done by the end of the week, I am happy. So that's what the list is for. And on the end of, so there's the week. So imagine Friday, Saturday, and I mean, like, this is the end of the month, so this is it. At the end of the month, or at the end of every week, I have here, I've washi this down because I don't want it flapping around. I have a weekly summary, which is really just a summary of how I spent my time. And I get that from the Hyperdex here. Number of hours spent studying, number of hours spent on my Etsy store, number of hours spent in the office, number of hours spent reading, swimming, things like that. I get that from here, and then I put the numbers here, and then I put down here all the things that I spent for, and then how much I have earned. That's really just the content of my weekly summary. There is nothing profound about that. It's really just a tallying of numbers, counting the hours, like how many hours did I stay in the office, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, things like that. How many hours for Etsy, that's 1 hour spent for Etsy on Tuesday, and then add that to, this and that. All of the pinks, I add them up and then put them here, and all of the greens, I add them up and then put them on here. That's really just the content of my weekly summary. And at the end of every month, I have a monthly summary, which is really just the content of all of the weekly summaries added all together. Let me show you how it looks. There, that's how my weekly summary looks. It's exactly the same as this. I just total the values on the weekly summaries and put them on here. And then over here I have just a small box to put in whatever victories I have for the month of January. You know, like this month I was able to drink 8 glasses of water on one day. That's a big accomplishment for me already. You know, things like that, so that I can look back on the month and see that it was not a total waste. Things like that, because you know, it's when you have so many things to do, it's easy to lose track of time, and then when things get done but certain important things still don't get finished, and then there is the great danger of you questioning yourself, why on earth was I not able to finish that? How can I be so inefficient? You know, things like that. But if you have a summary of how you spent your hours, and you have a detailed list here of the things that came up during the day as documented in the Hyperdex, or where you went, so that it explains where all of your time went as compared to the victories that you were aiming to achieve here but were not able to achieve. You know, things just add up and you don't feel so bad in case not 100% gets done. I mean, so that you don't feel bad if you don't finish everything that you planned 100%. Because, you know, these things happen. Just so you have documentation of what went on, and a documentation of all the effort that you spent trying to get things done and trying to accomplish your goals. And just in case that you don't get to achieve them 100%, that's okay, because you have all this documentation of all the other things that you were able to achieve anyway. So there's that. That's really my December pages. And my February pages is really the same. It's just a different decorative motif here. These are 3 cupids because it's the love month, February. So there. And the only other difference is that for my personal task, I have here a letter M in a typewriter type key kind of font, compared with the previous butterfly, because I was kind of getting tired of that. That's been on there for like months, so I wanted to use this for a change. And then I have a money bag with 52 on it. It's for my 52-week money challenge. I'm sure you're familiar with that, but for those of you who are not, it just means that every week you add in increasing amounts of money to a savings account or to a piggy bank, so that at the end of the year you have a particular amount that you can either spend for Christmas or add to your savings, or both. You can spend part of it for Christmas and then put the rest in savings. So extra money at the end of the year is always a good thing to have. And the increasing amounts of money that you put into the savings or to the money bag every week actually teaches you the discipline of reserving that amount of cash to keep for your savings. So that's a good thing to aspire to. I tried that last year, but it didn't work out so well. So now I'm really trying hard to finish this year. So, and that's it. I also have the weekly summary, and the weeks, the pages are also broken down by week. And then I also have the tipped in list for the week, and then at the end of every week I have a summary, and then at the start of the next week I have the weekly task sheet again, and then at the end of that week I have the summary again. You know, things keep recurring, and then when I need to tally things, when I need to do a monthly summary, I just extend the weekly summaries and then add them all up. I mean, it's easy to do. It's not overwhelming compared with if you have to do a monthly summary and you have to do that from day to day to day. It's easier to do a weekly summary, so that at the end of the month you just have like 4 items to add up, or 5. Yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to share with you my pages. I haven't washi these down yet. I'm not even sure. They keep flapping around. Maybe I should. So I have already taped these down. So there, that's it. And then I fold them over when I have to close the planner. And as you can see, this is really thick. But I have to archive I can now archive the January pages anyway. I mean, I have to archive these because I can now archive them every week because they're broken down by weeks. So I hope I didn't ramble on too long. And I hope I was able to give you some ideas of what you can do with your pages, or if you're thinking about making your own pages, I encourage you to do so because it's very empowering to not be dependent on what's already out there. And if you don't really want to use the stamps or the stickers, you can just create your own on the computer and then print them out, and you can already make them pretty even if you don't have stickers or stamps or washi tapes or colored. So that's it. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.